For me, there isn't a separation between life and work. And there isn't a separation between the way you are and the way you are at work. My name is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do I look good, huh? No, my name is Peter Shire. I grew up in Echo Park. My parents built themselves a modern house in 1949, which my wife and I live in now. My parents were not only involved with the politics of the 30s and 40s, but they were communists. They believed in due process and going through the system of democracy. And so in a sense, they were extreme Democrats. Up until the 5th grade, I was an enigma to the local school because I couldn't read. And my mom actually diagnosed me as being dyslexic from an article in the New Yorker, because it wasn't a thing then. Thinking back to an early experience in my life, one of the kids on our block, we were in the backyard, and I had a big fire truck with all the little fire trucks around and making this and making that, and he said, they're not in the same scale. Oh, they're not in the same scale. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? And then I thought, why would I do anything? There's no reason they have to be in the same scale. And that's very upsetting to some people, and that's what Memphis was. Nothing needed to be in the same scale. Most people are afraid of color. Most people don't use it. And a fear of standing out, of being exceptional, of attracting attention, perhaps. To start with magenta and hot pink, and then run into the yellows, also called high majors. Acid green comes up real good, cyan, and then you're going to throw a leaf green and maybe even a viridian against it. It's how the colors bump against each other that lights them up and makes them work. At the time that Memphis started, it was clear that it was really something. You know, what? One couldn't quite tell, but I just knew it was something. It really hinged around Ettore Sotsas. Ettore had gone around consciously looking for people that seemed to be of a like mind. They said, let's go play in the sandbox. And I said, of course, what more could I ask? What was driving Memphis? What caused it to sort of bubble up from the ooze and get up and walk on land? We were coming out of industrialism and entering into what is currently called the information age. And that I see Memphis and the approach to the pieces as a manual attempt at constructing things the way a computer could. A CD player can be put on random play. What if you had a design and a group of materials and you put it on random play and all of them were coming out different? They'd look like Memphis. And you go, who the hell put that with that? We always have demons. There's someone sitting on our shoulder. Maybe it's somebody I went to school with or somebody I don't even know that I regard. And you're going, boy, boy, you can't do that. That's terrible. Terrible's good. And the question with bad taste is to make it into something and make it good. Because the thing about bad taste is it has power. As we come through the door, this is a sacred zone. We can't control the world outside. We'd like to. We can't. Creating and living a fantasy that the colors that we want to live with are here. This is a place where the world is at least more as it should be. When you do something and it's done, then it's done. And you can wreck it or you can redo it, but you can't undo it. And then if you wait, it sort of valleys and comes back up. And it becomes itself. It usually is pretty marvelous. My birthday's 5 days away, and I'll be 70. And of course, there's the old story. The guy is landed on this little island on a raft with his equipment, and there's one of the local guys casting his nets and fishing, and he said, "I'm here." The guy says, "Great." And he says, I'm here to change your life for the better. And he says, "Great." And he says, "How are you going to do that?" He says, "Well, I'm going to teach you skills." And he says, "Great. Well, then what?" And he says, "And you'll be able to get a job." And he says, "Oh, okay. And then what?" And he says, "Well, then you'll be able to retire." And he says, "Oh, great. And then what?" And he says, "Well, you'll be able to go out on the beach and fish." What would I do when I retire? Make ceramics? What can we do with these things, Oh boy, enough said, right?